How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you follow me on Instagram, or even if you just looked at the title of this video and the thumbnail, you know what's up. But right now, this video means a hell of a lot to me. I've been making it since like 2 weeks ago. I think I started with the idea of how I was gonna present this kind of thing if it ever happened. But it really means a lot to me, and right now I'm just gonna present this video to you guys, and I hope you all enjoy it. The beginning is gonna start off with the story of my journey to this point. So if you guys don't want to see that and you just kind of want to see the clip and my breakdown of me shooting this ULUA, then go ahead and skip ahead. But I would really appreciate it if you guys just listen to my story and experience kind of the journey and the payoff with me. But it's up to you guys. Either way, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you being here with me for this special moment. If you guys like this video, remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more epic moments like this so that I can share it with you guys. But other than that, I'm going to turn it over to my past self, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Shoots. To me, ULUAs are they've always been an area of fascination for me because I've known about them ever since I was a kid. Of course, anyone who's a fisherman or a diver or just has spent a lot of time around the ocean in general in Hawaii knows what an ULUA is. It's a huge species of jack that grows to be over 100 pounds, and a lot of people, including myself, have spent a lot of time trying to catch this fish. And like I said, I'm no exception from that. Like, even when I was a kid, I always dreamed about catching one, but I always thought it was a fish too big and too strong in an ocean too deep for me to ever actually get my hands on. But as time went on, I started to dive more, I started to practice, train, I started to get better, dive deeper, hold my breath longer, all of those things, and eventually it became less of a dream or an impossible fish to catch and more of a goal. And it was a goal that I felt I needed to accomplish. I've been diving for about 7 years now, 7-8 years, and as that time went on, as I started to go more and more without shooting an ULUA or seeing an ULUA, and I started to spend more time focusing on other fish, the goal of shooting an ULUA, it was always there, but it moved more to the back of my mind. It went from being the main purpose of my diving to kind of like a background thing. Like, if I see one, I'll shoot one, but I'm not diving for ULUAs. Like, I would focus on the moos and the ukus and the goats, things that were better eating, and things that fish that a lot of people actually would rather shoot than an ULUA. As that time started to go on, I started to think to myself, instead of trying to force my ULUA and trying to spend all of this time going after only ULUAs, I thought to myself, my moment will come, and when it does, I will seize it. Like, when my chance comes, I'll get an ULUA, but I'm not gonna force it, and I'm not gonna rush it. There's no need to do that, because eventually, one day, one's gonna come by, and I'm gonna get it. But that all changed when my moment came, and I failed. About a month ago, I went diving out east with my friend Hunter, and we were having a great day. I mean, Hunter shot a nice moo, I shot a nice kali and a nice uku, about 7 pounds, and then towards the end of the dive, I shot a nice moo outside of an ULUA hole, about 3-4 pounds, something like that, so a solid moo. and I'd already checked the hole, there was nothing inside. And in the process of shooting the moo, my shooting line and my reel line all got tangled up with my bungee. And so I was at the surface, you know, just cruising, trying to string up my moo and untangle my stuff. And Hunter's just diving around me when all of a sudden I hear Hunter yelling, "ULUA, ULUA, ULUA." And I look around, and sure enough, there's a shark, a white-tip shark, coming in to the ULUA hole, and behind it is the ULUA. And he doesn't really go in the hole and stay there. He kind of is just weaving in and out, cruising, you know, super calm, super chill. But I'm stuck with all of my stuff tangled and my gun unloaded. And so I'm fighting to untangle all my stuff and reload my gun, and for about 5 minutes I'm just struggling with this, and finally I get it all done, and I look down and the ULUA is gone. So my moment will come thing, it just went out the window because my moment was there and I messed up. I failed. I didn't seize the moment. I didn't seize my chance. And so after that, the obsession of getting an ULUA came back to the forefront of my mind. I went on 4 or 5 dives after that. I went twice back to the spot where we saw that ULUA, and then I went with my friend Roy recently off his boat, and then I went on a couple more dives. And all of those dives, my sole purpose was to find an ULUA. And each time I've come back unsuccessful, clearly. And I mean, it's still disappointing whenever I go out and I'm trying to get a specific fish and I don't end up even seeing one. But it's not enough to make me give up. I didn't want to let myself let go of this goal that I've had since I was a kid. And a lot of, even some of my friends were like, "Oh, you know, it's an ULUA, there's so many of them, like, and it's not that good eating. Why are you trying so hard to shoot one?" And it's not that I want them because they're super good or I think they're the best fish in Hawaii or anything like that. That's not why I'm going for it. The reason why I'm going for an ULUA is because ever since I was a kid, like 10 years old, 11 years old, I was obsessed with ULUAs. And it was like a phantom. It's like some far off goal that maybe I could achieve one day. And to have a goal for that long and then to lose your opportunity, it didn't sit right with me. I wanted to accomplish this goal mainly because it's meant so much to me for so long. And I started off diving with the dream of shooting an ULUA. I believe that it's my responsibility for myself and my younger self, my kid self, who dreamed about this ULUA. It's my responsibility to go out and make it happen. And that's why I'm after this ULUA. And, you know, hopefully my next shot comes soon and I can get some redemption. Alright guys, so now that you've seen the raw clip, I'm just gonna go over what was going through my head. So I had a junk breathe up because the current was ripping and I didn't land where I wanted to. So I don't have a lot of air, and I'm crawling my way over to the edge of this pit right here. And I get over, I climb my way through, and I look in and it's just madness. That giant one over there is like 80 pounds, 80 to 100, and this guy comes in, but I don't pull the trigger because it wasn't a stone shot, so I grunt again to bring those three over. Boom. I just picked the biggest one. The amount of relief that I felt when that guy turned over and was dead was insane. The relief and the joy that I felt was, I can't even explain it in words, because one, it meant I wasn't going to lose my gear, I wasn't going to bend my shaft, and I knew as soon as I pulled that trigger and I saw that fish roll over, I knew that finally, after all of this time, I finally got my first ULUA. Now, I could have shot that big one. I could have waited for him. I had a decent amount of air left, and I could have waited for him. But you can just hear the pure stoke in my voice right now. But yeah, I let him go, because if I didn't stone that guy, I would have lost everything. Because an ULUA that size is not to be messed with, and I didn't want to take that risk of losing my gun. So I was more than happy to take this guy instead. More than happy. He was a good thing too, because I stoned him and I didn't have to lose any stuff. You can tell I'm going super nuts right now, but yeah, that's how it felt in the moment. I hardly ever, like, even now, I probably don't sound super excited, but I've kind of just like calmed down. I still am super stoked about it. I just kind of keep it in a little bit. In that moment, I let it all out, because it's a dream come true. Alright guys, we are back from a super epic dive. Only got one fish, but that's all I needed. If you want to look, this is the cooler that we tried to put it in. And if you come over here and look at the size of this fish, that clearly wasn't going to work. So we're going to try and get a semi-official weight on it. Maybe I'll take it into Hanapaa later to get an actual weight. But got the scale at 0. I'm just gonna hook it on here. Alright. So I had to get up on the truck because I couldn't lift it free of everything. So the way the scale works is it's gonna freeze the weight now. So then I can put it down and it's just gonna keep its weight. Alright. So we're at 47.02. Let's just take it off this. We got 47.02. So almost 50 pounds. I don't really care though about the weight. It's just super sick to get my first ULUA. Look at it in there. Looks like a monster. Like 4 feet. So this cooler is huge, and he's like as long as the cooler. So imagine if I had shot that big one in the hole, it wouldn't even fit in this one. But super stoked. Thank you to all of you who have stayed to this point in the video. Thank you for sharing my very special moment with me. I'm still super stoked and super in awe that I was able to do this today. But that's all I got for you guys. 47-pound ULUA down. I got my first ULUA, got my first big white, and I'm just so stoked. I'm at a loss for words. It's just one of the best, definitely one of the more important highlights in my dive career, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. But before I sign out, I just wanted to share something with you guys, something that's kind of cool. So right here, these are some pictures of my dad. I believe in most of these pictures he was in college, and these were during his breaks when he would come back. He grew up in Maui, in Wailuku, I believe, and he would come back during breaks, during college, and he would work at Maui Sporting Goods, and he would go diving. And so here's a nice moo that he shot, and a good size omilu right here. But on this side, very clearly, that's a 50-pound ULUA that he shot 28 years ago, about. So, long time ago, a 50-pound ULUA, and that was his first one ever. So he's got me beat by 3 pounds, but I stoned mine, and he got a bent shaft on his, so who's the real winner here? Nah, but I just thought this was cool, and I'll show you real quick. On the screen right now is a picture of me with my ULUA side by side with a picture of the one that I just showed you, of my dad with his. And I just thought that was super cool because we're like in the same pose, same smile, and the fish is like almost the same. And I just thought that was really cool, and I thought that I'd share that with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are getting out there, chasing your goals, chasing your spearfishing dreams. It might not be in ULUA, but it might be in ULUA too. So, everybody's got their own goals. For me, up next is a 100+ pounder. Bringing food back and bringing food back to your family, providing for your family, eating good fish, having good fun. All of that tying in with accomplishing your goals is just what makes spearfishing, and even fishing too. It's kind of the memories that we get from it are what make it special. And I made one of my most special memories today, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Shoots, everybody.